This is something. Y2K, or as most people call it, YIIK, is a very interesting game. Well, I'm not playing YIIK, the main game. I'm playing YIIK, Nameless Psychosis, a demo to the upcoming 1.5 update that is now going to be released soon, which added more context to the story and overhauled the combat system. And by overhauled, I mean completely replaced it, because the original is very slow. The 1.25 update did try to improve the combat, and for what I've seen, it is a bit better.
I'm not
See,
gonna know
pick it
anything
up.
from this
What?
point.
You have to jump on it and pick it up and then throw it. See, they give you no time to get used to that one.
Cool.
A bit, but I guess there's no salvaging this, so they have to scrap the old one and introduce this new one. Well, enough dilly-dallying around, let's... Oh. References, huh? Sure, Ak. Sure. We are greeted with an intro, where we were first introduced to... Who or what are you? And there it is, folks! The one, the only, the star of this fuckfest, Alex YIIK!
You tell me what the hell is going on?
Who, from an unfortunate stroke of bad luck, has to escape from his burning apartment. Kind of a shitty, unfortunate turn of events, but to be fair, if you're this guy, everything's a disaster waiting to happen. Also, there's a spirit that's guiding Alex YIIK to somewhere, I don't know. All of the MVPs are also here to be introduced. We have the Chance Traveler herself, Bella Wild. Also, what the hell is this weird expression these characters make? Rory of YIIK, Chandra, Claudio, and Michael, who looks different than what he originally is supposed to be. We're also introduced to two new possible playable characters in the 1.5 update, Asaka and Allison, one of them being a possible best friend of Chandra, and the other one may be related or may have a relationship with Michael of all people.
This thing is digital, bitch!
While we're done introducing the main characters, let's talk about this YIIK-tastic intro a little bit more. There's this thing called the camera, yes, who is stalking the other characters. What's their purpose? I don't know. In the scene where Vela is being introduced, we get to see these two lovely individuals right here. They're also with the baby, which scares Vela for some reason. The next scene over here is... just watch. Strange. Aren't they the same two people from that one scene? After this ominous scene, we get to see Alex in chains. Huh, what crime did he commit to deserve this? And then there's Allison. Falling off from a cliff, what a dumbass. And this is where the game begins. Okay, so instead of playing as the titular Alex YIIK, we get to play as this nobody named Allison. What's so important about this character? Well, what's more important is how the hell do I get out of here? Well, the only thing I can do here besides saving is talk to the statue. Huh, well fuck you too. Okay, so this thing gave me a heart. I wonder if this opens the gate. Oh, it did. Once we got out on the gate, we enter a crossroad. To the left, a pointless statue. To the bottom, a blockade. Nameless? Since when did Allison become nameless? How can you lose a name? Well, it turns out that during Allison's not-so-graceful dip, if you look at the inventory at the top right, well, you literally lost your name. How? I don't know. But I guess it translates to, I can't go to the bottom path yet, so I have to turn right. Oh, what's this? Fade and fire? Okay. Doing this costs her heart, but at least I can ascend to the mountains to claim my name. Rainbow bridge, rainbow staircase, funny looking cherub that won't give me my name, yada yada yada.
Child, what happened to your name? Did you lose it in the fall?
What the hell do you think?
I dubbed thee.
I dubbed the what? I dubbed the what? Well, at least I got my name. Wait, Carrie? I thought her name was Allison. What? Did the angel lie to me? Or maybe it's a placeholder name that this stupid angel gave me? Ah, whatever. At least I got a name. So why don't we carry on and get ourselves invited to the party? Wait, what party? What kind of party is this? It's nothing more than a giant wasteland. Oh, right. I forgot. I'm supposed to find this good brother. Hey, Alpaco, are you the good brother?
Those who travel behind the rock seek an unwise invitation.
What? Okay, what about this house? Maybe a good brother lives there. Nope. Wait, pushed? Didn't you do that on your own? I guess there's no other choice, but... Wait, I can't move.
Wait.
Wait for me! Good brother!
Aha, so that's our good brother.
Fuck.
Come on, let me in! I need to get to my good brother!
What? You're not on the guest list.
Oh, shit. I almost forgot. I was supposed to go to the party, but now I have a good reason why. But I can't enter said
What?
party without an
You're not on
invitation,
the guest-
so I have to go back. Go back. Where's that noise coming from? No. Is this going to be our footstep noises for the rest of this chapter? So we go to this path and go behind the rock Alpaca Wesker warned us about. And once we enter the rock, we're in this room that looks familiar. Probably just a coincidence. Ah, shit. So, we've woken up Creepo Deepo over here. Carrie talks about her situation and why she needed an invitation from this very trustworthy man over here. And what a coincidence! It's his birthday today.
Oh, is it? How wonderful!
Yes, wonderful. We're gonna need that invitation now, because it seems like we're still being chased by the bad brother.
I'm fleeing from my bad
That
brother.
Carrie conveniently forgot.
Memories of him.
Well, convenient for this douche. He'll give us an invitation, but for only one condition.
Oh, I don't have much. I'm only a child, you see.
Oh
I'm
no.
only a child.
I don't like where this is going. What does he want in exchange?
I'll need your name.
Oh god,
For the
no!
invitation.
That voice didn't make it sound any better! Okay, so this creep literally wants Carrie's name, but don't worry, he'll return it after the party.
Oh, you see, I only just got my name back.
Do you want to go to the party or not?
Carrie reluctantly gave up her name to this creature. God, I thought this guy was weird enough in the intro, but holy shit. But hey, at least we got our invitation. While we're here, I guess we can look around this guy's house. Oh, go to hell, you motherfucking piece of dog feces! Well, at least we can... At least... Oh, forget it. Alright, Crow. I finally got the invitation. Even though it cost me half of my innocence. Now let me in!
I must confess, I am destroyed you were invited to the party. You see, I am a traveling thespian. I was paid a handsome sum to meet you. Should we meet again in another dream? Please, pardon my greed.
Well, I really do hope we meet again, asshole crow. Man, what kind of party is this? No snacks, no cake, no people. All I can do here is interact with these 3 statues and have vague wording and nonsense. Holy God! And this marks the end of the prologue chapter. What, you thought this would be the end of the demo? The real game starts now. But before we start the game, we should answer a few questions. I'm well aware this game has some messed up stuff, but player consequences? Are you talking about choices that could affect the game? Ah, screw it. I'll live with my consequences. After that, the game asks for your name and your body type? I guess judging by the sound of my voice, I'm gonna go for the male body type. Because I'm a man! I think. Well, this is it. The real deal. Ah, Frankton. A humble first town with minimum wage houses, small blocky stores, a statue that looks suspiciously like Alex's spirit guide thingy? Actually, looking at it now and the way it moves a bit, no, this isn't a statue at all. It's the spirit. The same one in Alex's apartment, which now leaves me with a few questions. What's their purpose? Why is it interested in Alex? And why is Michael taking a picture of it? And the hometown of the one and only Alex YIIK, who decided to stay home after losing his apartment to what the fuck? Well, this is new. Say the line, Alex YIIK.
On April 4th, 1989,
Classic. Now where was I? Oh yeah. Whenever Alex does his weird, cringy monologues, he goes in his headspace where he's talking to himself in some kind of bar or in a backstage where stand-up comedians do their comedy. And whenever Alex does his monologues, it's
On April 4th, 1999, I arrived home from school. I just graduated. It took a few semesters longer than I originally planned.
Well, we arrive at Frankton, a town full of not-so-suspicious townsfolk, trash cans that contain perfectly edible food and... What the hell kind of irresponsible jackass do you have to be to dump your money in the trash? Other than that, and a few treasure chests lying out in the open for me to steal, this is a somewhat normal town. Enough dilly-dallying around, let's just go back to Alex YIIK's house. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean Alex... Eagleston? What did Alex do to Carrie? Actually, let's try not to think too hard about this. The YIIK floor is already a clusterfuck as is. Once we've entered our humble abode, we receive a message from Alex's mom. She basically asks us to go get the groceries while Alex acts like a crybaby bitch.
5 minutes and she's already barking.
Why are we in this backstage again? But before we do the groceries, we search inside our house and borrow some stuff. I get the chance to search on Alex's pathetic ass looking room to see if there's more stuff. Here we get to learn a little bit more about Alex. Like right here near the SNES, we can see he's a big fan of Bowen. Even though this musician didn't exist for a decade. A little further to the right, we can see he's a fan of a game that was delisted on Steam because it was a glitchy mess. Said game is also made by YIIK. Oh joy! Another fun tidbit about this room is Alex's black belt trophy. It's a nice attention to detail, and it actually shows that Alex is known to beat up people by the daily. Well, there's not much we can do here. Let's just go outside and...
The new of the record player has dropped. The sound that the world now hears will change the nature of all realities, both yours and mine.
What?
The needle of the record player has dropped.
What?
Can't you hear the music? It's everywhere.
Wow.
Okay, let's go outside for realsies. But before we do the groceries, let's collect our... money from the... money tree? I guess money really does grow from trees. Oh, and don't forget to collect the hamburgers from the... hamburger tree. How and why would Alex's mom grow these trees? Alright, now we can finally do our... Is that a cat? Oh crap. Alright Alex, tell us your... wonderful insight about this cat.
Picture what it would be like to be the owner, and I imagine describing him to a friend.
Lonely? Nah, I don't get too lonely. Besides my mom, there's only a cat. An old cat. But a good friend to talk to.
My fictional friend would reply, "You talk things over, dude."
Blah 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 blah. The cat stole the grocery list. So it's up to us to chase it down before Alex's mom kills us, or turns Alex into an Alex tree. And we're off. Until Alex decides to go through a detour. Wow. I guess the chase is on. Has Alex not even noticed the giant gaping hole in the sky? Oh. The cat is there. I guess that's a mission to cut. What the hell am I looking at?
You're doomed. May you never fathom who you are. A dreamer. A sinner. A saint. No, none of those. A gamer. You like games, don't you, hon?
Jeez, I get it, lady. Alex is a loser. Just like me. But can I have that cat back so we can end this charade? Oh, Jesus! Normally, I would be worried about Alex falling for this blatantly
Only the
obvious
gals know
trap. But considering what Alex may or may not have done, I'm kind of worried of what Alex might actually do to her.
Let me teach you one only the experienced gals know about.
Where is this?
It's the dark game. The mother of your dreams. And the father of your failures.
I don't know if calling him a failure is literal or symbolic, but I would say he is a failure in one aspect. More sexual innuendos. And then she injected Alex with a serum. For what purpose? Well, to introduce us to a tutorial battle, of course. This is the new and hopefully improved battle system. Unlike the old one where you play a long and arduous WarioWare minigame just to hit your opponent, the new one actually plays like a typical JRPG with a few stipulations that make it unique. The Carta system. The Carta is basically your shield to protect you from damage, but you can use said Carta to activate its special effects. The problem is, once you use it, the Carta is gone. You're basically sacrificing your shield to use its effects, giving it a risk-reward system. Risk would be if you get hit without having any Carta at all. You'll bleed. When you bleed, like the namesake says, while you wait for your turn, you're slowly losing health. Or until you die. Wait, that coffin looks familiar. Ha ha ha! Your charming banter is starting to annoy me. You don't have to rely on the Carta to fight your enemies. Alex and any party member can actually attack on their own. They even have their own skills, assuming you have enough PP to use them. And if you're wondering how the PP system works and are not laughing about its stupid sounding name, every start of the battle your PP is always at 0. But how do you gain PP? Simple! By beating the shit out of them. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but you can also gain PP by just simply waiting. You gain PP by breaking the enemy's Carta. Yes, some enemies have Carta. And as far as I've played the game, I haven't seen any of them use it. Or hitting them with an elemental type that they're weak to. Wait. This game has like elemental typings? We'll get back to that later. Right now, we're almost done with the tutorial. After beating Springy Balls over here, we get to fight this thing from Alex's old apartment. Which, fun fact, this boss is actually a cut final boss seen here in the Ultima Ending. The Ultima Ending itself is, it's an enigma. And if you want to know more about the Ultima Ending itself, I recommend these two videos here. As for the boss itself, it's optional to beat them. You could beat it, and I almost did, but I am not wasting my items that I found in the trash to beat this thing and its minions. Plus the reward may not be worth it.
So, what did you think? Was it?
Oh, Alex. You're never gonna score. Alright, we're done with the tutorial. Now we're gonna...
Chase the pussycat.
Wait! The cat's gone? Motherfucker! And so, the chase is on yet again. Running past the forest area, we eventually stumble upon a... abandoned... factory? Hotel? What's a factory hotel? And why did the game suddenly pan to this ghost lady? Is she important?
You're not supposed to be back here, you know.
What do you mean not supposed to be back here?
What? You're looking for your cat? Oh. It's not your cat? Well, be careful around here. Make sure this cat is worth it.
Anyway, we need to find a way to get inside this factory hotel. This hooded figure may know. The main entrance is barred, so we need to find an alternate route. This pool of toxic swamp water looks inviting. Why don't we traverse over there and oh, a not-so-secret passage. Does the climbing animation really need its own special camera angle? Well, let's see where this factory hotel leads us to. So, this is what an inside of a factory hotel looks like. Why are there 3 crows? Okay, so exploring this weird oh god, not you again. Well, I guess Jeffrey Epstein's long-lost cousin is here. Only to observe Alex and thankfully not stalking a child. Now, why would he be interested in this loser? Is it because he's somewhat related to Carrie, or whatever the hell she is? Or is it something a little bit deeper? This factory hotel seems to know a little bit more about Alex. Maybe he has been here before, according to the weird ghost lady. Wait, where is this? I touched the book and suddenly Alex is climbing out the window. The cat's in the elevator, so we make haste and got in ourselves. Well, the elevator ride's gonna take a while. So to pass the time, Alex is gonna do his cringy inner monologue speeches again.
I sighed as the elevator began to shake, vibrating with motion.
The power went out, so Alex pries open the elevator and, adventure awaits. The factory hotel is a weird mindfuck of a dungeon. The weirdness already starts when you enter it, but once you traverse inside it, it gets a little bit stranger. Like this room where this cameraman creepily stalks Alex. Oh, you even get a perspective of the cameraman himself, double bonus. A room that houses a giant pyramid, with one eye that compels me to touch it for some reason. Although there are rooms that have a bit of normalcy, but after the next room, it's back to the weirdness. Let's talk about the enemy roster. The enemies you can fight here are rats that are weak to Alex's rock and roll element. So the power of rock and roll beats plant. And the bouncing smiling circles from the tutorial are back. They have no elemental affinity, so you can wail on them as much as you want. And what kind of dungeon would it be without a bit of puzzle solving? A dungeon without puzzles, that's what. There are gonna be times where you're required to use a tool to solve puzzles with. What are tools? Well, why don't we talk about this tool right about now. After our existential elevator ride, if we head straight to the left, we'll find this door. Beat the enemies guarding the door, and once we enter it, we see... Oh, shit, I forgot to mention where the dungeon key is, It's down here where you exited at the elevator, blocked by this asshole who you have to beat.
Okay.
Grab the key, go back to the door, and once we really enter it, we'll see Alex's old apartment. Did Alex used to live here? My thoughts exactly, Alex.
Hey, who's there? Don't come any closer. I'm armed.
Relax and quiet down. It's me, Panda.
This is Panda, our first of many tools we have in our arsenal. He even teaches us how to use the tool mechanic. You press space to choose a tool, then you press L to use it. What's his gimmick? Well, he's basically a button presser for those button pressing puzzles. He's not just a tool though, because he's also part of Alex's moveset as well.
My primary use is as a barrier. I can block oncoming enemy attacks and create barriers between you and many other obstacles.
That's the gist of what Panda Barrier is, but too bad I can't use it because it's so goddamn expensive to use. So I never even get the chance to use it. Until the first boss, but we'll get there. With our obligatory button pusher on our side, we could finally enter the pyramid room. I tried to enter the pyramid, but those invisible walls just won't let us. So I guess the only thing we can do here is to solve this platform puzzle. The puzzle over here is this one button that controls all the bridges. Some extend, others retract. The button needs to be held, so thankfully Panda's here. One problem. The bridge I need to go to this door has been retracted, and Panda is holding the button. So what's the solution? You call Panda. Well, shit. I need Panda to press the button. But if I go down there, I have to do this puzzle again. I'll give you this act. It's actually kind of clever. Well, let's go. Fuck! Well, let's finally go through the... Are you fucking kidding me? You can't be bothered to climb up? You really need Panda to cover the gap for you? Well, let's finally go through son of a... And now Alex is getting some pointless expedition dump from this proto woman. And wow, YIIK! Is it just me? Or does this proto woman reside something that is awfully familiar? Yeah, I don't see it. References, huh? Sure, YIIK. Sure. Wow, YIIK. Is this what you call a reference to one of Haruki Murakami's works? In fact, I'm surprised you reference a lot from Haruki Murakami. Well, if it is, it's as much of a reference as tracing someone else's art. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't make slight nods to other media. Hell, I've been doing this in most of my videos, including this one. But if you are going to make a reference, especially if you're making a paid project, try not to copy too much from the source material. Because there's a stark difference between being transformative about it and copying it. But hey, I'll be fair here. I make mistakes like this as well. Please don't watch my old videos, they're fucking awful. Now where was I? Oh yeah. Proto Woman resides After Dark because Alex read After Dark. No, seriously. Look it up.
What are you talking about?
Alex is understandably confused, so the Proto Woman tries to be clearer by slightly altering that one After Dark quote. How is this any clearer? And if that didn't work, twice? The Proto Woman then goes to the future, grabs parts of the definition of the Eye of Providence from Urban Dictionary, and slaps it on Alex. Did you think I jest?
The Eye of Providence is a symbol showing an eye often surrounded by rays of light or a glory, and usually enclosed by a triangle.
Yeah, like on the dollar. But what does that have to do with anything?
Judging by what she says about the Eye of Providence, which looks like this, and wow! The resemblance is uncanny. Also, whoa, Illuminati confirmed. Cue those weird LMG memes. Remember those? It was so obvious, why didn't I see it? So this pyramid thing is the Eye of Providence, and our objective is to get there. But how do we get there? We managed to get there. And then Alex's greatest plan is to poke the giant eye of Providence. I knew there's something pokeable about that eye. Its tears activate the turbines down below, which activates the elevator, which means we can finally leave this dungeon. And into another dungeon. The gimmick to this dungeon is this cameraman over there. Not only does he look at Alex wherever he goes, he even has his own perspective. You can go out of bounds as much as possible and he'll still follow you, which is neat. And yeah, that's really it about this dungeon, other than this weird white spirit. The only thing we can do here is... Oh no. Hell no. 8 minutes of lollygagging later. I mean, hell yes. There's not much I can do here anyway. Of course it ran away from Alex. But I mean, come on, who could resist such a... lovable, huggable man that even a mother could love? Whatever. At least it gave us passage to the next area. Well, well. A new face in a well of insanity. Why don't we talk to her?
Who's there? Dolly, is that you?
Oh, hey, Sammy. I hope you're not one of the weird ones in this clown fiesta of a dungeon.
Great, another person.
Wow, even when Alex never interacted with Sammy, he's still a chick repellent.
Hey, I can leave if you like.
This feeling's gonna hurt too.
No, please stay. I've been pretty lonely here.
Where is here, anyway?
I was hoping you'd know. I've been lost down here forever.
Did you come through the elevator too?
Elevator? I don't know what that is.
Then, where did you come from? I asked, thinking it sounded nicer than, who the hell doesn't know what an elevator is?
Really, Alex? At a time like this? I guess Alex's attempts trying to woo a girl are more important than getting the hello. So can Sammy just enter Alex's existential inner monologues now, or is Alex imagining this? Probably the second one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sammy can just enter someone else's mind without asking for their permission. I'm sure Alex wouldn't mind it. Sammy is also just as lost as Alex, and she's also looking for her cat, which is coincidentally the same cat we've been chasing throughout our adventures. How nice. With both parties sharing the same goal, Alex decides to help Sammy. Sammy's reluctant at first, but chooses to agree, because what else is she gonna do here? She then introduces herself as Sammy, or Sammy, and then she joins our party.
I don't know why I'm trusting you. I guess I always had a special spot for gingers.
Hey, careful with that word. That is our word.
What do you mean, our word? You're weird, Alex.
Sorry, lame joke. Let's just look for the cat.
By going back to where we came from. So, we're in the hotel hallway and, oh, the Eye of Providence is back. When you enter one of the rooms, you go back to the same hallway. And if you open one of the doors, the eye itself slowly opens. You can interact with the door, but you don't automatically enter the room. So if we open both doors and interact with the eye, well, the room changed. Oh, right. The cat's here. Great! Mission accomplished! Now we can finally leave.
I'm so happy to have you back. Who's a good cat?
Right. We're still stuck here. This is Dolly, and she is a tool. And just like Panda, she's a tool to solve puzzles for you. Only instead of pressing buttons, she pulls switches from afar. She can also stun enemies for you, which is useful to avoid battles, though I could simply just...
Okay.
With Cat in tow, we immediately go to the next dungeon. And with Sammy in the party, not only do we have an extra party member, but our PP gauge grew longer. And for some odd reason, she has a higher health pool than Alex. What's the catch? Oh. I guess it's time to talk about elemental affinities. Or is it elemental types? I don't know what they are. If you get hit with an element you're weak at, the attack pierces through your karta and hits you directly. Same goes to your enemies, if they have any karta. You don't bleed. You slowly lose health until it stops. And if you're familiar how Mother Earthbound's damage system works, it's basically that. Well, geez, with only 5-ish elements in the game, how can you tell which is weak to which without a guide? Well, it's as easy as aiming at your opponent. If it's positive, they're weak to it. If it's negative, they resist it. And with only 5 elements at the time, I don't know if they're gonna add one more element in the update, I'm just glad the elemental system in this game isn't too complex. Not to say that I hate games with complex typing, I just don't think that this is a type of game that does complex typing right. Atop of this very short puzzle dungeon lies things to prepare us to the next room. A save point and a vending machine to buy healing items. Well, come this far, how bad could this next room be? Wait, this is the old YIIK intro. Music and all. What the actual hell is going on? Why is Alex suddenly a Viking knight thing? And then Alex is back to his normal self. Guess we're just gonna ignore that! This is kinda surreal. But you don't stay here for long. All you have to do is plug the 2 robots and enter this very ominous portal. And then you're done.
Look,
Wait.
It's...
What is this? Where is this?
I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm.
Wait, what's this? I thought his name is...
Wilhelm.
Also...
I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm.
I'm pretty sure this reused voice line is intentional. Or not. I don't know. I'm not one of the writers who wrote this mindfuck of a story.
You see, we never really got along because I'm non-confrontational and he's obsessed with conflict and misery. It's not that we didn't have good times together, it's just... he's so macabre.
And he isn't hot like Wilfred.
What?
Anyway, we've been growing apart for years, and I think it's time I have him evicted.
The ideal woman is a landlordess.
Do you think you could help me with that before we leave?
She's totally into me.
Okay, you're being a fucking creep, Crow. Cut it out. Yes?
Hey, Wilhelm? There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Look, it's... Okay, deep breath. So, there's just no way around it. I'm going to have to kick you out.
This is Wilfred. He's the first boss of the game. He may look intimidating at first, hell he even broke Sammy's Carta. But you wanna know how you can break this boss in half? Well, it's all thanks to a certain move from a certain Sammy. Rally maxes out the PP gauge and it costs no PP to use. Wow, this move doesn't seem broken at all. Oh, it wouldn't be if two of my party members happen to have moves that can turn this boss into a complete cakewalk. Crow has the ability to bend everyone's Carta, meaning all the damage Wilfred can do is null and void. Alex has Panda Barrier. Wow, I get to finally use Panda Barrier protects the whole party from all damage. And it can stay in battle, but it only has a limited amount of time before it dies. But it doesn't matter cause thanks to Rally, I can keep summoning Panda Barrier whenever it dies. And while Panda Barrier is up, I just use Alex or Crow to attack Wilhelm. Or you could use Sammy since Wilhelm is weak to water. Thanks to Sammy's Rally, Wilhelm is easily thwarted. Man, Sammy's such an OP party member. I hope she gets to stay for a little bit longer.
Blessed are those who try their feet of the blackened pond, for they will inherit the question of reality.
Okay, what's your game here, Crow? You've been spying on Alex ever since he entered the factory dungeon, and then you decide to intervene just to help Alex, and he's gone. Well, I guess we'll not know his motives until 1.5 fully released. And as soon as I finish this video, it's already getting close. And with Wilhelm gone, we can finally leave. Why is there a disturbing image of Sammy? Oh, great. He's here.
I am so happy we're almost out of here.
And I am so happy to be done with this charade. Now Alex can finally do the groceries.
So, where do you live? I'll walk you back home, or maybe I can borrow my mom's car and drive you if it's outside of Frankton.
What do you mean? This is my home. This is where I live.
What? You live in this shithole?
That's not very nice.
Ah, that's funny. Because since you live in the shithole, how the hell do you not know what elevators are? Alex is in disbelief that Sammy lives in this factory host shithole, so much so that he retreated to his headspace, continuing to monologue with himself.
Is that your hobby?
Is what my hobby?
Staring off into space and screwing up your face as if to say, what's going on inside my head is really important, so just let me think.
Well, I never thought Sammy would react when Alex does his Alex things. I thought I was the only one. Question, does he look like this every time he does it?
Hey, I don't make that fit.
Bloody hell, you're awful.
So, let's recap this whole scene. So it is confirmed that Sammy is literally inside Alex's head, I think. I don't know. The angel things from the intro are everywhere. And then this creep shows up mocking Alex's attempts to save Sammy. I mean, I don't blame him. Alex's expressions are hilarious. Or you could say they're very meme-worthy. And judging by the Iron Maiden coffin thing, which signifies death of some sort, Sammy is dead. Goodbye, Rally. You were too OP for your own good. After one last save, this marks the end of the demo. But before this demo ends, we have one last cutscene with Michael with a red shirt this time, and the camera. Michael and his discount stand talk about things that are way too vague for me to understand. Something about an auction, her being or going to be part of the auction, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. An abstract desire, the white noise that Michael posted in Onism, which is basically 4chan's paranormal board. Why does Michael have multiple pictures of that one scene from the intro where Allison / the nameless girl fell from a building? Well, I guess everything will be explained once the update comes out. And oh, it's coming out alright. Well, what do I think of this game so far? For starters, I like the new combat system. It's fast and actually fun to use. And the Carta system has potential. I have high hopes that the new Might Dungeon can make the combat more fun. I just hope they don't screw this up. As for the story, it still remains the same, controversies and all. The only thing this update did is add a self-contained story for the new character, and new animations and added context, which still leaves me with more questions than answers. So if you're not invested in the story, well, tough shit. As for me, I will play through this game through and through, flaws and all. Even though the flaws add some charm to the story. Overall, I can't wait for this game to come out so that I can make fun of Alex one more time. You know, I have a suspicious feeling that the reason why the reference section is there is because of all the plagiarism accusations they've been having. Man, the After Dark one was something. I just hope this is the only controversy this game has.
She seems to be looking far overhead.
I just hope